All right, I am here with one of my favorite people on campus, Joe Taylor, who works in. I'm going to let her introduce herself because she needs no introduction to all the people that are watching this. But Joe, how have you been?
Oh, good, Aaron. Real quick though, I just need to put this on here since I see all your Ohio State stuff there. Go
Yeah, I'll
blue.
just put this. I'll just put the little like right here.
Okay. Okay. I still got Cornerstone though, but go
I
blue.
won't hide up the Cornerstone. I'll hide up the Nike. Right. I don't want to like make Reebok or Under Armour or anybody else mad.
Awesome.
Um,
No, I'm happy to be here with you. I think everyone knows. Yes, I work food service. I'm the staffing supervisor here. Hire all our student help, and pretty much everyone knows me because they come through to eat. So, yeah.
So you've got a unique story. As we chatted a little bit before this, you've been at Cornerstone quite a long time, and that means as a student and as a staff. Take us back to where you started at Cornerstone as a student, and then what led you to want to stay on campus and serve in this capacity that you're in now.
Sure. So I came here as a freshman in '98, and some might appreciate this that remember the Mud Bowl back in the day when we had it. I don't know if we've had it for a couple of years now, but that is where I first laid eyes on my husband, Ben, who was a junior at the time. And so, to be honest, it's kind of funny. So coming here as a freshman, I didn't really want to go to school necessarily. I kind of wanted to take a year off, but my parents encouraged me to go. So I came here. And I know it sounds funny, but I met Ben and that kind of kept me here. But then I loved it on life. I loved the campus life too, though. I loved living in the dorms, had a great time. I lived in Pickett my freshman year, had so much fun. And I did start working food service during my junior year. I actually did housekeeping first, and then I got smart and went to food service. Sorry, Sarah, if you're watching this, that's my sister who is head of housekeeping. And I worked as a student in food service for about 2 years. And then I went off to teach because my degree was in education. Ended up marrying Ben. So I met the love of my life here. I have great friends still to this day from Cornerstone. And then went to teach, taught for maybe a year and a half, and things kind of changed, and actually ended up coming back here. Well, I should say I did work here in the summer too when I was teaching, because I taught at a very small private school that didn't, have a lot to pay, obviously, but you don't do it for the money. And so I was like, well, I'm going to need some money this summer. So I had talked to Cindy Wiltice, who's our director at the time, and she remembered me as a student and said, yeah, we'd love to have you work in the summer. So I worked in the summer, and then when I eventually stopped teaching, I looked for a full-time job here because I knew they had lost some full-time people. And she said, absolutely, we'd love to have you. And been here ever since, going on 17 years working here full-time. So
awesome. Now you said that you probably a lot of students recognize you from who you are because they come in and grab their meals and you're serving in that capacity. What do you do? Like, what is your official role and title? And kind of explain to us what you actually do in the food service.
Yeah, so I feel like more of my role is kind of like the human resources of food service, because I deal with, like I said, all our student workers. I hire all our student workers. I take care of all the sub requests, make sure they're showing up for work on time, making sure we're open up in time and the production is going, and just kind of supervising during the meal times, chatting with the kids. I think that's what's awesome about my job, to be honest, is I'm not in a cubicle all day. I get to be outside, rubbing shoulder with the kids. I get to talk to
6 feet apart moving forward.
Yes, moving forward. Yes, I'm gonna have to work on this because let me tell you,
difficult.
I'm a people person. We come in here and everybody. It's kind of like the meeting place, right? Like the food and the fellowship. I mean, I think the dining room is kind of the heart of the campus, the center of the campus where people come together. And so, yeah, moving forward, it's going to be interesting to see how that looks. But yeah, so like I said, I just kind of supervise the kids too during meal hours, manage at night, do some prep work in the back. A lot of people ask if I cook the food. I do not cook the food. I'm not a cook or a chef. Even though I wear a chef's coat, that can be confusing sometimes. But no, I'm just more of just the kind of just the manager. And like I said, hiring the students and working with them. So.
Yeah. I think all of us, whether you're a faculty, a staff, a student at Cornerstone, or a prospective student at Cornerstone, coming to campus, dining commons, like you said, it's kind of that center spot where we all get and have fellowship together.
Right.
I always love some of the ideas that you guys come up with in food services to make it fun. And I mean, obviously, eating for me is really fun. I enjoy my food and my Mountain Dew, obviously.
Yes.
But I mean, I don't have one. I did a can. I don't
Hey,
have it out of
hey,
a fountain.
hey.
Oh, okay. I don't
Yep.
have it out of a fountain today. I wish I had like a fountain in my home. I've always asked for one. One of these days, like Christmas, birthday, somebody's gonna buy me like a fountain or at least a
There
soda
you go.
machine to go back here
Yeah.
with the popcorn maker. You know,
I'm loving that popcorn maker.
Yep. So, but you guys do some really fun ideas. Maybe go over a couple of your favorites that you guys do to make it fun when you guys come
Sure.
together.
Well, being a popcorn lover myself, we also do Popcorn Friday, which is fun for the kids, or I keep saying kids, the students, when we pull
No,
out
they're
the
kids.
popcorn
They're
machine.
kids. We call them kids.
I kind of like my kids. I tell them that. So we pull that out on Fridays, and it generally is like a visit day with new students on campus too, but it's something fun to look forward to. All the students like it. Also, I think a big favorite is Hot Chocolate Chip Cookie Day when we do that on Fridays. They love that. Oh, popcorn chicken bowl is always a favorite, right? I mean, commuters are like save their meals just for that time to come get it. And actually, we've had some emails during this break from people just missing the food, or I'm trying to think of another favorite, the lime chicken. I never say it right.
Yes, the lime chicken.
Yeah, there you go. You know, and just
Right,
people can't wait to come back. Yeah, and have that, you know. So it's fun. And of course there's some meals, some days you're like, you know, but I think there's a good variety. But I love doing that stuff. Even when we do theme stuff, like sometimes we try to, like, we didn't get to this year, but opening day, sometimes for baseball, you know, we do like a themed meal. Yep. The hot dogs and everything, pretzels and cheese. So yeah, and I think moving forward, you know, we want to do more of that too, just because we're gonna need that. You know, it's been a rough couple of months, I think, and coming back to school and just, I don't know, trying to find ways to be creative, to have some fun and serve the students. So yeah, those are a couple of them.
All right, well, let's go to some fast, you know, let's go some off the wall questions here, right?
Oh boy.
You may have seen some of the student athletes that I've been interviewing. So the first question I always ask everybody, it kind of puts you in a little awkward spot, but you are stuck on an island for the rest of your life with one of your coworkers. Okay, one of your coworkers. You can only pick one person. I don't want to offend the other people you work with. You can only pick one person that you're stuck on an island the rest of your life. Who are you picking?
Okay, well, I mean, quick, right off my head, I'm with Yo right now. So Cindy Yoder, we call her Yo. We call it the Joe and Yo show, actually, when you come to food service. We're kind of known as that because she makes me laugh. We have a good time together. We probably wouldn't do so well surviving alone, but we'd laugh, so that's good.
That is very good. That is very good. Joe, what is your favorite sport?
Oh, favorite sport is probably college basketball.
College basketball. Who is
watching college basketball?
Who's your favorite team other than Cornerstone men's basketball or Cornerstone women's basketball?
Michigan. Obviously, Cornerstone first. Well, you know I'm a big basketball fan of Cornerstone too, but yes.
Yeah, if you guys, for those of you that don't know Joe, she is like third row, her and Ben and the Bowers, and I mean, they've got their just section of that just, they always come to almost every game. There's definitely some games you're not able to make it to.
Yeah.
They're at every game supporting that team for sure.
Oh, yes. Big CU fans. But yeah, I love college basketball and I love Michigan.
Yeah, big Golden Eagle Club members as well.
Yep.
What has been what's been your biggest thought about being a Golden Eagle Club member, of how you're supporting athletics through your service and through support?
Sure. It's been fun just getting to know the athletes. Being an athlete myself I played 3 sports in high school. I didn't play any in college, but I know how much it meant when people come up to me too, or they've come to games, like when staff or, you know, at the school or teachers would come to my games. It was fun and just encourage me in what I'm doing. And so just having relationships with them, you know, and I've had fun. Like I'm in charge of the cheer team, you know, just encouraging those girls and being able to do special things for them throughout the year. And they've done some special stuff for me too. And just feeling a part of what they're doing and praying for them, and, you know, maybe providing a meal or something and just getting to know them better has been a lot of fun. Also, we've done for the baseball team, but there's a bunch of us that take on the teams. But I think it's just been cool to encourage them in that way. I know especially when they come in to grab a meal, right? Like, and say, hey, nice game last night. Oh, thanks. You know, it's just, I love it. And sports has always been a part of my life. And I I always want it to be. So it's kind of nice when I'm not playing that I can kind of feel a part of it that way and going to the games and cheering them on. So it's
For
been
sure.
fun.
Awesome. All right. Favorite movie?
Oh, favorite movie. It's a good one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I love Braveheart. Braveheart. I like The Patriot. Those kind of movies. Those were good ones. Oh, Gladiator was another good one. I know. Sorry. I'm trying to think like offhand, but
You're going back to our college time.
I know.
Those movies came out when we were in college there, Joe.
I know.
That's
I
okay.
don't know.
Braveheart and Patriot and Gladiator. Those are three really good ones.
Yeah, for comedy, I'm not gonna lie, Medea is pretty funny too. That might be going back to some, but Medea movies they make me laugh.
I don't know the Medea movies. If we go back to our time in high school, I don't know it. So
okay,
maybe I'll add it to my list.
You should.
I want to go back to when I was in high school or college, like watch a Tommy Boy or like a Happy Gilmore or those movies that came out when we were in high school, right?
That's true. Yes.
That was the prime time comedy era, for sure.
Right. Absolutely. That's awesome.
TV show. What do you like to watch with Ben?
Okay, with Ben. On my own, I'm an HGTV fan. But, recently, Ben and I just got Netflix. I know. Blow your mind, right? It took COVID-19 for us to get Netflix. So, it's funny. We've been watching a lot of British crime drama TV shows right now, which I don't know. I've been enjoying them, but we've also been watching The West Wing. A little bit of that. I don't know if I have like a favorite TV show. I know people love The Office, and I have seen some of that, but I have to be real. I haven't watched all of those episodes.
All right, we can just end the interview now. Well, let's just end the interview. I mean, if you haven't watched The Office, Joe.
I know. I've seen some. I know the Bowers are encouraging us to watch that more.
Good. It's good. You should take the time. For sure. I have them all on DVD if you want.
Okay. Well, I've got Netflix now, so I'm good.
You're good.
No.
All right. Favorite number?
Favorite number? Ooh, I'd probably say 11.
Okay.
The month when we got married in August, and growing up in high school, it's kind of funny going back again. 11 was my number because I loved Michigan and Dugan Fife. I don't know if you know that name.
Fife. Wow.
Dugan Fife used to play basketball for Michigan, and I don't know. I was just like, I'm gonna be number 11. So all through high school, it was number 11.
Interesting. The Dugan Fife. Okay.
From Michigan.
My number 11, being from Ohio, is a guy named Barry Larkin, and I love number 11. It's not my favorite number, but it was the number that I was always wearing when I was a kid, like playing baseball and whatever, because I wanted to be Barry Larkin. Do you know where Barry Larkin went to college, Joe?
No. Michigan.
Yeah, you're wearing it. You're wearing it on the hat. Barry Larkin's a Michigan grad. I always take a lot of flack for that because the way you like a Michigan guy, I'm like, well, it's not that I don't like Michigan. I just, that one game a year, especially in football, I just want Ohio State to beat Michigan. Everything. I love watching Michigan games. I love watching Michigan football, Michigan basketball, especially the John Beilein years. Like I could watch John Beilein coach all day. So one of my favorite coaches that I've been able to follow the last 10 to 15 years for sure. All right, more questions for you though.
Okay.
Let's go. If you were going to have a meal prepared for you, not a Cornerstone meal necessarily, what is your favorite meal?
Ooh, that's good. My mom is a great cook, so I'm trying to think what my favorite meals. This is kind of weird, but I loved her spinach pie she would make, and she'd always make that on my birthday. I know it sounds weird. And then she also made this soup. It's called pastine. It's a weird name. It's like with beef and these noodles. Super good.
Gotcha.
Those are two of my favorite.
So whenever the Taylor's going to make food for us, we're going to have some pastine. Okay.
No, I can't make it. My mom will make it.
All right. All right. Favorite vacation that you've ever been on?
Ooh, favorite vacation. There's been a lot of good ones, but honestly, one of the tops is probably Hawaii. The Bowers were married in Hawaii. Ben was able to do the ceremony there, and a small group of friends were able to come. It was pretty cool trip. One of those you think you'll never have again, like that experience, So that was probably it, but it was awesome.
Awesome.
Married on the beach. I mean, beautiful.
Last fun question for you.
Okay.
You have a destination that you want to go that you've never been to before. Where is that destination?
Yeah, Ben and I have always talked about going to Greece because it just looks gorgeous, right? Like I'm like a tropical person. I like heat. I like warmth too, but like that blue water is calling you and those pretty colors, I don't know, just all the pictures I see, it looks gorgeous. That'd be a fun trip to do. But really, you take me anywhere warm, hot, especially right now in Michigan, I would go.
For sure. All right, last thing I'd like to end these with. I don't know how long this is going to last with this quarantine, the stay at home,
Yeah.
but we miss community, and that's kind of why I'm doing a little bit of this, of just how can athletics kind of maybe have an impact on the rest of campus, or how can the rest of campus have an impact on athletics? What's a message that you can send to the students at Cornerstone, to the faculty at Cornerstone, and the staff, just to get through who knows how long this is going to last?
Yeah, sure. I think there's comfort in knowing that, God wasn't surprised by COVID-19, right? Like, we know he's with us, and, I think it's been encouraging to see even stuff like this, like us talking like this, right? Getting to know each other more. I think people are finding creative ways to reach out to others and encourage them, because a lot of people need it during this time. Those of us who are extroverts and like people and being around it, it's tough. But I also have noticed in my life too, and maybe others I'm sure have too, it's a great time of examination and reflection in your own life, when your comforts, what you maybe found comfort in, ultimately have been taken away, right? Like, all that's kind of been stripped away from us, that we kind of just find ourselves like not giving us meaning, but maybe that we put too much meaning into, And so I think when I look around and I think, okay, you know what am I looking for each day to give me joy, to give me meaning? What is true life? And, we know who is true life, and that's, Jesus. And I think it's been a time of reflection and drawing closer to him. I know my devotional life has been stronger than ever, in prayer life, which is great. It's kind of like this, you've heard divine disruption, and that's what's happening right now. And I just pray it puts a hunger in all of us to, pursue him more, and not things horizontally, but vertically, what really matters.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's so true, Joe. Like, when you look at, we work on that with our student athletes quite a bit, and our coaches, like, where is your identity wrapped up in? And if your identity is in the sport that you're playing, because I played sports, and I just thought that, hey, I have to be the best at this, best basketball player, the best golfer, the best whatever, during whatever season you're in. And for our kids, the one thing that makes me sad is, not my own kids, but our Cornerstone kids, it makes me sad when they say, like, oh, I'm a basketball player, or I'm a softball player, or like their identity is wrapped up into what that sport is. And my dream for them and my prayers for them are, no, like, you're Joe Taylor or your ex-player, like, you are who you are, a child of God, right? That is where your identity is wrapped up in. Like, basketball is just one small piece, or softball or bowling or whatever that sport is one small piece of who you are as a whole person in the kingdom. And so I believe that we're moving in that direction. It's hard because there's so much focus put on your sport or your activity that you're associated with. So whether you're a band member or a musical, or, something that you don't wrap yourself up into exactly that, but you are so much more to what God sees you as. So I think that's a hard thing. And I'm thankful that you said that too, because we don't hear that too often from other people. At athletics, we think, oh, your sport is everything, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is when you're 18 to 22-year-old, no doubt. But I think as you learn to continue to grow and mature, you see beyond that. And my hope is that they see that early, because then you can see so much more of what's out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Child of God first. That's our identity. So.
Got it. Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good to see you. I wish we could have a popcorn chicken bowl Friday today. I don't have that on the menu. I have cooked a lot of random things over the last 8 weeks or 9 weeks, whatever it's been now. But I am so thankful for you, and just the smile and laughter that you bring to all of our athletes and all of our community. So thanks for joining me.
Thank you. We're thankful for you too, and I'm glad you're doing this. It's awesome.
It's fun.
All right, man.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Go Blue. And see you. Come on. Go see you.
There you go.